How's it going, guys? It's Phil from Kokomo Toys, and I'm going to show you around the shop today. Alright, come along with it. First we got this window full of cool random toys, stuff that doesn't necessarily fit on a shelf, hang on a rack. Alright, first showcase we got here. Mortal Kombat. Show off all the cool toys here. Predator in the case. Next showcase is going to be our superhero case. Gonna have more vintage figures, higher end, more modern figures, loose and carded. Plenty of superpowers. Alright, we're ready to go to the next case here. Got some Voltron. Barnyard Commandos, all the way down to Mask at the bottom. You guys could let us know if you want more detailed individual videos, maybe per case, maybe videos over certain toy lines. We show more modern and vintage. Alright, next up, there's some He-Man up there. We're going to go to Ghostbusters, 2 shelves of those, and then kind of a little bit of everything. Dungeons and Dragons, Indiana Jones as you move down there. Alright, my next 2 showcases is going to be vintage Star Wars, primarily. I've got carded and loose. Original 12. Sealed Han Solo blaster. And then plenty of loose vintage Star Wars. They're all going to be complete with weapon. And stock's always going to change, so if you're watching this video months from now, we're going to have different stuff coming in, coming out. On this one, we're going to have some 12-inch on the bottom shelf there. Vintage. And more 3 3/4. Next up, an entire showcase of He-Man. Mostly loose, vintage, a few carded. Like I said, when you guys come in and stop by, it could look totally different by the time you guys get here. Overall view of half the store there. Alright, we're moving on to Jurassic Park Thundercats. Muscle Men. Some KOs are going to be at the very top of this case. And then a little bit of everything at the bottom. Some Rambo I'm seeing. Alright, next up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then we're gonna have a, let's see, we got a shelf here, some different stuff towards the bottom, but primarily Ninja Turtles, and there's some Toxic Crusaders hanging out in there. My next 3 showcases are going to be Hot Toys or other highly detailed 6-scale figures. And then if I can get you up top there as we're passing by, all that up there is going to be more 6-scale figures. And then moving down, as you're making your way back here, we're gonna have some boxed vintage items. Got a couple G.I. Joe busts there. And then now we're back to Hot Toys cases here. Top, some vintage boxed G.I. Joe items, some Robotech, and then moving back to 6-scale. Show off the cases a little more here. After that, we're going to get into 2 display cases of Transformers. Vintage, more modern, anything kind of a little more sought after going to be in here. Like I said, if you guys want more detailed videos, we can go through, give a little more zoom in each case, show you what we got. Up top, more highly detailed 6-scale, like I said, mostly Sideshow, Hot Toys. There's gonna be some 3-0 Trick or Treat. Right here, a whole display case of 3 3/4 vintage G.I. Joe figures. Give a little sneak preview of the other side. Whole rack of, so we had 12-inch Joes, move into 3 3/4 Super 7. We got classifieds, more modern 3 3/4 in the last. Like I said, gotta have something for everybody, for every G.I. Joe lover. Back to the case. Power Rangers, Micro Machines, some Pokemon. And then the bottom of the case we'll finish with prototypes. More G.I. Joe, mainly vehicles, and then higher end figures in this case. And then the bottom we're gonna have Star Trek. Last showcase on this side, we've got wrestling into a little mixture here, and then finish up at the top here. Some, like I said, some more just mixture of items. So it's gonna be your Hasbros, your LJNs, your higher end elites, and then a little bit of everything: Street Sharks, Mario, A-Team, RoboCop. Alright, follow me here. So this side here, if we get a little overall shot, we're gonna have Transformers. First 3 racks here, and Transformers going all along the top. Finish with some He-Man on the last 2 racks. In this here, you're gonna have your more modern Transformers, and then with your boxed items up top here, which is everything from modern to older. Show off whole 6-foot rack of diecast Hot Wheels. And moving on to, we got some loose diecast here and the Power Rangers. So about half a rack here of some more modern Power Rangers. What we got here? Mixture here of dinosaurs and Gundams, more anime or Dragon Ball Z here. Looks like we're getting the top up there. Modern He-Man in these 2 racks here, and then some vintage up top. Finishing this half of the aisle here with a little bit of a hodgepodge. You're gonna have your NECA, kind of just more modern figures that don't have a big bulk of items. Switching spots here. All right, on my right side here, all the way down is gonna be pro wrestling. Up top, Star Wars boxed items. On the other side here, it'll be all Star Wars, and then Star Wars box items up here. This is going to be a mixture of all eras for pro wrestling. We got your boxed elites. Basics. Showing off some boxed Star Wars there. AEW boss fight, older Jax figures. for the wrestling. And on this side here, all more modern Star Wars, Power of the Force, Episode 1, 3, 2. It's just gonna be all your more modern 3 3/4 figures into a vintage collection and retro. And up top here, some higher end items. Mostly Iron Studios on this side. To a whole rack here dedicated to Black Series figures. Always getting new releases, trade-ins. So it'll look different every time you guys come in. And then finish up with loose, modern Star Wars. Got grab bags with figures here, and then Black Series, bigger 12-inch, and then the creatures. Do you want to hit the top here? We'll go all the way down here. I think it was shown earlier, but so we have box vintage items up top here. And everything you guys see in the videos, they're going to be either complete or very close to complete. There's not going to be anything out here missing weapons or pieces to the entirety of the video. Alright, back to what I consider the main aisle here. We got NECA. Hero. Just a little bit of everything, but if you guys come in, you guys ask for what you're looking for, we're going to point you in the right direction. Top, you want to get a nice little NECA box up top there. Rack dedicated to Super 7 reaction figures. Again, continually getting new releases, trade-ins, different items there. Going into your Mario and Sonic. Swing into this side, it's going to be all NECA, more of your horror items, monsters, things like that. Orland, Bendies, into more NECA. And we're going to walk into some modern re-release Ninja Turtles here, into the new NECA Turtles. And then the new release Indiana Jones. A little bit of a mixture on this rack from Got your Spawn, Lord of the Rings, Avatar: Last Airbender, Dungeons and Dragons, Fortnite, Apex, Dragon Ball Z, and then up top, all Gundam items, majority model kits. Alright, we're walking back to the front of the store here. When you first walk in, it's going to be a lot of new release items, mainly Marvel. That's what I get asked for the most, so I put them here. Walk in, know where they're at. At the moment, we've got a couple tables here. Sometimes we just get new trade-in collections, or could just have a bunch of certain item. Right now we got 6-scale figures and horses into the window there. Alright, this whole right side here is dedicated to superheroes, Marvel and DC. The top will be boxed items, statues, bigger figure box sets, things like that. Into the racks here, you're gonna have your Marvel Legends boxed, and then in the left here, some older releases. Then we got 2.5 dedicated to loose DC and Marvel figures. Majority going to be your 6-inch style figures. Alright, moving to a big part of the store here, Funko Pops. Not for everyone, but a lot of people come in, love them. Like I said, that might be a thing where if you guys want specific, maybe we can go case by case, do the Funko Pops. On top here, we're going to have your statues, just miscellaneous, bigger items. We got Harryhausen in there. Nice Hordak, Deadpool, Magnetos. It's gonna be all your higher end statues. Right here is gonna be my common Funko Pops. Everything you see on the rack here is just one price. Nothing's individually priced. Could all be different values, but one price there. Again, up top is focused on your higher end statues, busts, other detailed figures. Above the Pops, more could be your bigger Hot Toy sets or other bigger sets, play sets there, and then life-size Trick or Treat Chuckies. Coming back here, it's all Godzilla and Kong related items. Statues, monster arts, model kits. Other than that, and then final case on this side dedicated to vintage uranium glass. And then, because I love Pops, don't really blacklight Pops, but Pops as far as you can see. Right here is mostly going to be your figure arts and other highly detailed figures. And up at the top we have our Kokomo Toys exclusive boss fight figures, the Amazon Warrior and the Attilas Warrior. More figure arts. What we focus on? Red Line Hot Wheels, and then Puppet Master 1-to-1 replicas at the bottom. Final case here is going to be a little bit of everything. Battlestar Galactica, Smurfs, Dragon Ball, Metal Gear Solid at the top. Alright, I've got 3 racks of blind boxes and mystery minis. And then at the top, the 3 racks here, I've got this end cap here of Mezco 112 figures. And then focus on that, we'll go to the top here and just kind of give a wide view of all the anime statues. Going up top here. There, plush into loose Funko Pops, more anime statues up top, and other statues and items. Follow me here. We're going to show off some maybe lesser known toy lines, stuff you guys aren't so familiar with. We're going to have Dime Novel Legends, Mythic Legions, Realm of the Underworld, Flexors, Nacelles Roboforce, Creature Replicas, to Action Force, Animal of the Kingdom, Acid Rain, my favorite figures in the store, Boss Fight, Popeye, the cool dinosaurs here, and then the Hacks figures, the highly articulated, detailed 3 3/4 figures to go along with the Kokomo Toys exclusive shown earlier.